Good afternoon, everybody. Before I start, sorry, the voice is a little bit croaky today. I was eating some jalapeno poppers the other day, and I got a piece stuck, and I did a lot of coughing, and this is the outcome. I can tell you I'm perfectly well. I'm not sick, but the voice box doesn't really want to play the game at the moment, but that's okay. We can live with that. Alrighty, so I'm just trying to, for some reason, I know what it is. Where's that chat box? Chat, there. There we go. Awesome. I couldn't find the chat box there for a minute. Okay. Oh, hi, Susie. You're back already. Yeah, so it's lovely here today. It's nice and cool. It's probably around 26 degrees. I think my computer was telling me before. So here we go. I did have to work this morning, so I know what I'm going to do, but there's some areas in it where I'm not really sure how it's going to work. So we're just going to have to play the game with this one and just see how we go. I'm in the dark. Why am I in the dark? I'm sitting under light. Is it completely dark? I don't know what's happened there then. Can you see me at all, Susie? Just waiting to see what's going on here. I have no idea. Let me just go into my settings a minute. Let's change that to that. No idea. It's dark around you, but you can see me. Okay. I don't know why that's happening. It might be because the table has to have been pushed forward a little bit because obviously you can see we have the bed here and it's Mum's bedroom as well. So we'll see what happens when we pop down to the other camera, which normally I put out of the way like that. You had me worried there. I thought it was pitch black. Okay, so the general idea today now, what I'm going to show you is a card that I did. This is just a template of a card that I did years ago. And I'm going to try to replicate it in some way, but not quite sure yet how. I'm just going to measure that. Yeah, it was the 10. Alrighty, and what height were we? Let me have a look. 21. I'm not sure how high that would have been to start off with. But anyway, we'll have a look. And what I'll do is I'll go straight down to the other camera. And because I've now worked out, yeah, and this is going to play autofocus with me. There we go. Because I've... I hope that's not going to do that all the time. Because I've changed some of the settings so that I can see the chat boxes, I'm going to have to go in and have a look at some of the other settings as well. Not a problem. Let's not talk about it. Let's just get on with what we're doing, and that is going to focus in and out, and I'm really sorry about that. All right, so the card that I'm going to do today is... Now, this is it's a DL-shaped card, but it is like a Z fold. Okay, where's that? There we go. Let's get that focused on the desk and not. Okay, so it is a Z fold. Okay, so then what we've done is, back in the day when we used to use stickers all the time, there's been stickers put onto this part, and then it was turned over, and that part, and then turned back again, and that part. Okay, so that sort of made the front of the card, and that's what we got down the front of the card, which meant we didn't have a lot of room for you know, little panels. We can put some panels in, but we'll just see how we go. So what I'm doing is I'm changing it over, and I'm actually going to use stamps today to achieve a similar effect. Now, I haven't done this before, so I'm really not sure how it's going to go. So what we're going to use is basically a full A4 size sheet of paper, and I'm going to work in centimeters because that is how I used to work, and it does work out easier for the size of this, because this is 30 centimeters, or just, you know, just a few dibs under, but we can work with 30 centimeters on this. Alrighty, so I should have said in the beginning, my name's Lorraine, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Maryborough in the Fraser Coast area. Let's get started. Let's see what we can do with this piece of paper. So, because it's at 30 centimeters or thereabout, I'm going to score this at the 10 centimeter mark, and then I'm going to score it, I have to put this out, aren't I, at but turn it over and then score it at the 10 centimeter mark, that way. So that allows us now to have the card that we can cut, or not cut, but that we can work with in three areas. So we've got the first one, so we're going to bend it that way, and then this second one we're going to bend back that way, and of course it's just slightly out, but we'll just pull that across so that it works. I know before, when I used to do these, I used to work with 12 by 12 sheets of paper, so I'm just sort of like winging it with this. I'm going to pull that across there. You can see it's slightly out, but we can quickly maneuver that to there like that. Now it looks out on that side. Darn it. Okay, so we have the underneath the top, and you can see there's that slight, we can chop that off. I mean, we can easily go on there and take that small part there. We can see if we can chop that just to take it down. And I didn't really want to chop. Take it down to normal. This is called there we go. So there we go. Now we've got it so that it's all looking honky-dory. So how are we doing this again? Oh dear. These cards. So it goes that way, and that way. Right. Okay. You can see I put a little slit in it there, but that's okay. And then that way. So that's how we're going to start with the card, like that. Alrighty. We'll just ignore that little bit there. Now, I can see that it's just a little bit blurry there, but that's what we've got. So we've basically got this same card. Now we've got a, we're going to cut away down here. Alrighty. So we're going to follow a line from here down to, and if you look on the front part of this, when it's open, you can see it goes from there to there. So we want this distance here. So we're going to cut, what is that? Let me see what it is in centimeters. Yeah, we're going to leave about 8 centimeters at the top, at the bottom. So we're going to cut from that point there to an 8 centimeter mark, which I'll just mark it with a pencil. So let me have a look. To about there. So you can see the pencil mark. So I'm just going to pop this onto the trimmer. And I'm going to go from there down to that mark that I made. Pop that into the track. Pop that down there. And right, we can move that one up. And then we can move that up like that. So that then, what is wrong with my cutter? That's not good. There. It's not playing the game, is it? It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? I can see it. I can feel it. Where's the scissors? I don't want to go in that now. Unless I go there to there. Bring that down. Sorry, people. This is not a good look. Let's see how I go. Oh, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so there we go. So now we have the card sitting like this. So we have the 3, the Z fold. We have the smaller bit here. All right. So let me get rid of that mark there. So my plan is today, I thought I would use these corners in bloom because they give me a good length, and they also give me something to cut. So the corners in bloom is one of the sets that you can get for free during the celebration, so only until the 28th of this month. By placing an order of up to $200, you can receive this stamp set for free. And I just want to pop up. Let's pop that up. So you can use the shop with me. Just, oh, here we go. Just here. There should be a shop with me code there that you can use if you wanted to pop an order in. Okay, so we're going to use this corners of corner in bloom because that is going to give me, because I need to put here, here, and here. All right, so let's set that up. This is where I'm trying to decide whether I want one or the other. So I can either use this larger one and I can pop it onto here, but I'm only going to ink it to here. I'm not going to ink it any further. So I can put it there, and then when I turn it over, I can put it there, and then when I turn it back, I can put it there. All right, so I'll show you what I mean. Not really sure whether to use the big block or just use this block and leave the other pieces out. I've got a feeling this might be the easier way to do it. So I'm going to put this on the long block, which basically leaves the tail of this hanging, because I don't want to use that part. But the rest of it's there, so hopefully I won't get ink on it. Now we come to the question of what color will we use. All right, so I'm using vanilla today on my card. So let's go with something nice and bright. Well, let's see what other colors we're going to put on here first. That might be a good idea. So what have we got around here? I was thinking if we used, I'm probably just going to put the one layer, because if I put too many layers, it's going to look a bit odd. Let's have a look at some of the some of the 6x6 papers. They always look good. So is that the Boku? No, that's Thoughtful. So the Thoughtful Journey papers were lovely. So let's have a look at them. So as you can see, we've got some really pretty papers in here. And I don't use them anywhere near enough. So I'm going to have a look at this side so that I can pick. Now, what do we think? If I'm going to do something across there, and I will have to cut these like to fit in there, but we don't want to lose too much of that top bit, so I will probably have to cut these down. But I'm thinking like something like that, where it gives us color, or even something like this one where we can put that down low to make it look like a, I just got to make sure I've got two of it, because I'm going to need at least two, if not three. Let's have a look. So I do have 3 of those, so that might be the way to go. Let's go with that, and we'll chop those down afterwards. But the first thing I want to do is to do this stamping across the top, and then I'll decide what I'm going to do with that. So I think because we're using that, I think we might use a blue, and I'm thinking Misty Moonlight, but there it is. Thinking Misty Moonlight might go in there quite nicely. So this is going to be the fun bit, because this is going to be the trial and error side of things. So here we go. Let me have a look at how that's going to, I'm going to have to stand up to do this, of course. Right. So I'm trying to keep the flappy bit out of the way, so it's easier to take the ink pad. Now, because I haven't actually used this one before, I'm going to give it a little bit of a smoosh on the side here, just to get any stuff off from the factory or whatever, and I'll give it another go. So sorry, I'm doing that. Just just give that another. I'm going to have to clean it before I use it to actually do it. So the blue on there, and it didn't want to work. Okay, now we've got it. So I'll just clean that off because I don't want that mess around the side. It's really quite strange having that flappy bit. I probably could have put it on the, actually let's see if that'll work better. Rather than having that flap around, I'll just watch what I'm doing. Put it on this huge block. So this is the really big block. This is the F block, is it? Yes, the F block. And I really don't need all that block, but never mind. All right, so we're going to please don't mess up because I only get one go at this. All right, and I can just see I didn't touch that end. All right, so what I need to do is place that down there like that. This one, I'm going to do a similar thing. Put the glue on the block. Clean off that bit off the end of the block. Like that. And then we're going to do the same there. And then we're going to turn over. Now, I'm really not sure about this. And I've just done the wrong bit. So let's clean that off. Clean that off. And then we'll see again how we go here. All right, a little bit smudged there. So that gives us the general idea. Now, you could do this on another piece of paper and you could stick it on another piece of card and stick it on if you wanted to. Each one of these, I've just missed that last bit, which was a bit more difficult to get. So now the idea is, let me close this up before I... already got it on my fingers. So now we need to take scissors, and that I could have done a bit more there possibly, but... And what we're going to do is we're going to fussy cut around these edges. So you don't have to be precise, you just need to get in there. And fussy cut around. Now, I'm going to take it to there because as you can see, when we turn it over, we're going to continue to fussy cut on the other side. Now, this isn't easy, so because you're actually using your right hand and you're sort of cutting left-handed, but it's all good, it does work. As long as you can see what I'm getting at there. And then up to the mark again, and you bring it over, and you cut around. This one I could have possibly done just a little bit lower because I haven't left much fussy cutting space there, and I could have really done with more. But as you can see, that then gives you, and the other thing is, normally when you're fussy cutting, you would cut all these long bits off at the other end, but you're just going to. Okay, so here you're just going to, you know, sort of take it to the end like that. I will probably put another, I'll put a flower or something in there. But as you can see, what's happened now is when you close that up, you have this. So we're going to put a bit of colour on these, and then we'll pop some decorative paper down there. So I will grab some blends. I've sort of gone with the blues, the greens and the purples that are sort of with this. And we'll quickly do some colouring. Hopefully, actually we should have, there's not really much green in there, is there? We might just go with the blues. Might change that to blues, pinks and purples because I've got a feeling that that might work better. Not that one. We'll use those, I think. I think we'll use these. So we're going to use a bit of the blues instead of greens for the leaves. So we'll start off with the dark blue, and we'll just go in and do some of the leaves in here. Seems a bit odd, doesn't it, doing leaves in blue? And then this one here. Now I'm using the thin end on there. Now then, let's do, this is the lighter blue, and hopefully that'll help to blend the two. A bit out of my comfort zone doing blue leaves, I can tell you. But it's the first time for everything. We'll just come in there quickly. We'll do a bit there because I might do those stems there and leading up to the flower. I might do those a bit darker. That in there and that there. Well, there's a first. Blue leaves. And then we will go with, this is Petunia Pop. So I am going to be getting more of these these blends. It's just you can't have everything all at once. So then we're just going to do the darker bit here, a bit around there, and here, and then the same in here. And again here. I'm very tempted to sort of try and fix up where my blue didn't, where my stamp didn't quite go, but I might do it with the colouring. Oops! And now I'm just going to finish that off, blend it together. This is with the light. Take that in and blend it. Do you know, I have all sorts of ribbon, paper, cardboard, all sorts of stuff all over this desk at the moment. Because I was home yesterday and I had a bit of a busy day doing bits and pieces. So I'm just going to do this bud in here and then do this flower. And I should probably, what I might do, just want to round that off a bit because that's the one that didn't take properly. Probably should have done this in the purple with the pink, which was my intention. We'll have a look at running some purple over it in a minute and see what happens. And that gives us that sort of look there. I just want to try something. This is the light Highland Heather. And I'm just wondering that if I was to put that in there as well, probably won't be able to see it, will we? I actually meant to use that with the pink. I'll put a bit in there, look at that. Bit of it in with that blue. Ooh, that works. Because that's going to then bring that in with that a little bit more. Okay, so then here we go again. We're going to do, it's exactly the same. We're going to do the, ooh, wrong end. We're going to do the leaves in the blue. And these bits down here as well. I don't want to bore you with too much time spent on colouring, and I probably should have got myself a bit more organised, but I didn't. So that's that there. Then we'll use the lighter blue. I'm going to leave a little bit more gap this time and see if we can't do something a bit more with that purple, that Highland Heather. Got a blue flower now. Thinking, why doesn't that show up? Anyway. Nothing like a bit of difference, is there? All right, and it would be the one that's going to sit right on the front, of course. Now we're going to do the dark pink, which we'll do up through here. And it should also be this bit here. This here. Sorry, make sure I'm keeping it on the camera. And then this bit here. And we'll go over that with the light. You like the blue leaves with the pink flower. That's good because, yeah, I'm just trying to keep it in the same colours as in this paper here, which we're going to fight with in a minute because, again, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it. So I'm going to put the pink in here. This is the light petunia pop. There's not really a huge difference between the lights and the darks or the darkers, but it's just subtle enough. Now I'm just going to go around and do that like that, and that like that. It's just subtle enough to sort of blend it in that little bit. And this one's definitely going to be different because this has got blue in the flower. Actually, I don't mind it. And then sometimes our mistakes turn out to look really good. And then we wonder why we didn't do that in the first place. So just going in here and here and here and here. And then we'll get this Highland Heather and we will go in amongst these leaves just to give them that bit of purpley look that I did before. Well, there's a flower up there that I've missed. And let's go back. I haven't done these little stameny bits here. And we'll just do this little bud up here so that it's not left out. So it's funny because you can get to this point and you can think, oh, and then you suddenly realize that you've still got the one at the back. So let's quickly, I'm just having a look at this actually. If you can have a look, see through there, the blends actually show through. So, but it is all on the back, so it's not too bad. But it does give us an indication that we might need to perhaps do that stamping, put it on, and then cut around it, as opposed to doing it straight onto the card. It will stop that hole and that hole where it's bled through. And what I might do is I might do another one a bit later, so that I can show you tomorrow what the difference would be. I can come on tomorrow at 9:30 because I'm not working tomorrow. Wednesday I won't be doing any, and then Thursday again I can do the 9:30. As far as I know, I don't think we've got any appointments. So yeah, we can work with that, which is really good. I do prefer to do mornings. Actually, it's a question. When would you prefer to watch? Like, do you prefer to watch in the mornings or do you prefer to watch in the afternoons or evenings? There's a question. I mean, I prefer to actually do the videos in the mornings, but I love to watch them in the afternoons because I always have stuff that I need to do in the mornings. There's always, you know, like housework and things that we don't want to talk too much about in the mornings. You like the blue leaves, yeah. Just let me. Now, I am actually seeing a lot more, which is really good, than I was seeing before, as far as the comments are concerned. All right, so we're going to go with the pink again. This is the darker one. Sometimes it's good to do the darker one first and then the light one over the top. What have I been doing that as? Yeah. And then, sorry, I have these little thoughts and then I have to have a mutter to myself. And these are quite cute little flowers in here. And as I said, you know, like this is a freebie. So if you're thinking of putting an order in between now and the 28th would be an absolutely great time to do it because you get all this free stuff with the orders. If you didn't want to order one $200 free item, you could order two $100 items. So there's lots going on with Celebration. They've also added some new stuff. So if you know you've already done orders, you can have a look in there because there's still some new stuff. Then of course we've got our last chance products. So these are being sold out at really cheap prices, like some as little as half price. Just go careful though. Check out the difference between buying a bundle and buying them individually when it comes to this, because sometimes it is cheaper to buy the items individually than to go in and buy the bundle. It is really worth, you know, sort of like looking into that, making sure you've got the best deal for yourself in that situation. But there's some really good stuff. And the joining offer at the moment is fantastic. I mean, not only do you get your normal $235 worth of product that you can choose for yourself, but on top of that, you get 2 packs of Stampin' Right markers. I haven't been doing those middle of those flowers, have I? We'll do that in a minute. You get 2 packs of Stampin' Right markers, plus you get a stamp set that no one else can get. Yes, demonstrators were able to get it initially, but not anymore. Once it went live to the customers, we couldn't get that anymore either. So anyone who didn't get it then sort of missed out. I'm just filling this in with this because don't ask me even why I picked that color up, but I did, and it's all good. Yes, so 200 and you still get your $235 worth that you pick for yourself. Plus you get the 2 packs of Stampin' Right markers, and you get the stamp set, and you get all of that as well as free shipping on a joining offer. You get all of that for $169. Did you see that when I did that, I might just cut around that a little bit more because it'd make it join down there better. And this is something you can fiddle with yourself because like there's really no right and wrong with this as long as you get it looking sort of how you want it to look. And that looks, no, I still want a bit more of that. I want it to go right to the color. So I'm going to take it. So we're not fussy cutting, basically we're cutting right to the, just on that one because I want it to sit close to that flower and not have a white bit. So what do you think? That is the base of this card. Now, Decisions, because we can put just square or rectangular pieces in here of the paper. And what I was actually thinking was if I was to put it across, see, we're always going to have something up here, but I'm thinking we can put something in there. But how? That's 10 centimeters. So if I just let me try this out, because like I said, I've never put anything inside these before. So let's go at, actually I might do it that way, 10 centimeters. All right, so now I need to cut that down to say 9.5 because I need it to have a little bit of a border. So if I was to put, I've got to cut some off the top, but put that in there, and maybe even follow the angle of the dangle, the angle that where's my ruler? Here we go. So if I was to follow that angle when it came to that and maybe cut it like that. Let's have a look. This is all trial and error, like I said. Sorry, Suzanne, did I miss something that you've said down there? No? Could you put 2 pieces of card, put the backing over the colours? Could you 2 pieces of card? Yes, you could do that, I suppose. That would work. I think I know what you mean there. So what I'm going to do with this here, yeah, that at the back there is something that does need to be, only if you're using the Stampin' Right, the blends. So if I was to pop that one on there, and then we could do 10 centimeters out of this one. So where would we be? Let's do, actually it was 9.5, wasn't it? So we sort of want to do, I did the other side, I did that side. So let's just cut there. And then make it 9.5. Not taking much off. So then that one, which sort of would carry that on, and then we bring that down at that same angle. So we line it up where we want it at the bottom and at the side. That sat on my wet wipe. So I can put that in there. Or the other way you can do it is to put it back to back like that. And then just do your line down there. Is that going to work? Or have I done that the wrong way? That needs to be done this way. But we'll see. That needs to go there. That needs to go there. And then we're going to put this on the same sort of angle. So we will cut that down there. Zeus foot. Oh dear. I hope he's enjoying the, I hope Zeus is enjoying the cards today. So I'm going to pop that up there. And that one will fit in there. And then we are going to use, so that gives us that and that, and maybe just this bit here. So we're going to do that same angle. We'll cut it at the 9.5 centimeters first. Then we'll pop that there, and we'll go down at that angle, still keeping it at that angle, like that. And we'll just cut that there and that there. So that then gives us that bit there. So it is like a follow through. So we can stick that down. Like we said, with this up here, this is the first time I put insert parts in. So I'll just glue those in and I'll think about it for the future. I think what I might do is put the DSP or whatever I'm going to use on the inside. I might put it right to the top and then stamp over it. It's funny how stamping and card making and that have changed over the years, because you wouldn't think it would be that much, but so much more stuff has now become available. Like I suppose when I closed the shop, I did have a few stamps, but for me personally, it was like, why on earth would I want to sit and colour in when I've got these gorgeous, 3D decoupage pieces that I can put together and use? And yeah, it was lovely at the time, and that's basically what I did. But now, of course, it's a bit different. So a lot of this is new for me, different ways for me to learn. And we learn and we grow and we learn something different. So if I do that now, see, we've got these two bits sticking up. I'm not overly happy with that, but it does give us something on the inside. And this middle one, of course, we've got nothing at all. But that's just there to sort of like show you what we can do. I would put something in here now as a stamp. Stamp a sentiment of some sort. That set didn't actually have any sentiments with it, so I could have a quick look and see. I've got all sorts of stuff on this table here, so like literally everything. Pop that down there. Let's see what I could use. What have I got out? Of course, there's nothing. So I'll just give you a quick, this is tomorrow morning's card. This is going to show you, oh, well, not with his thingy all crooked, but we're going to be using vellum. I'm only going to give you that sneak peek, so that's going to be interesting. It might not even be the butterfly yet. So what do you think? Do you like that? We've got to think of a way of redoing this part of it. But like I said originally, where did that original one go? I don't even know what I've done with it now. Here. That original one was like that. And as you can see, we just used to basically do them on card. We possibly would have just put a circle or something in here with something on it, and that would have been it. And the stickers, of course, didn't go through to the back. So lessons learned today. Make sure that we've got we do this on a separate piece and possibly fussy cut it both sides. And then we do also need to do something here as well. That's just silly, Lorraine. All right, let's put a very quick sentiment on. So let me use the stylish shapes because that always works well. Let me use, I think I'll just put it on this middle one. Piece of, this will work. That. A stylish shape circle. I love these. Love them. Just pop that through. So we've got that. Pop that away before I lose it. And we'll just pop a quick greeting on there. Let's see what we can find. I'm going to go through the drawer here to find stuff. Let's see what I've got here. This is changing leaves, I think. What does that one say? I could never have done it without you. Yeah. I think just for the heck of it, I'm just going to put a thank you on there. I'll use the blue. And I think this is a card that we will revisit once I've played with it a bit more and work out exactly what and how we should do this bit down here. Alrighty, quickly pop that in with, just pop a couple of dimensionals. This is going to be one of those cards that gets put down as a, this is how you don't do it. But it was mainly to show the technique of how it works. I just didn't put any thought really into the fact that, just pop that in the middle there, the fact that we were just going to see that and that it was going to show through there. But I'm sure you can see the general idea of it, and that I will do another one and I will work it out. You can, that actually looks really good. It's all okay, except we need to probably put, if we've got DSP, just work with me here. If we've got DSP that goes right to the top before we cut it, right? And then when we cut it, the DSP is going to be there, but we actually do these on white or a color or whatever, and then we stick them on and then we cut round them. That is going to work. So I will have a play with that and I will show you how it does work, and then we open it up. And but that sort of just gives us a general idea today of how it can work. So what I will do, if I get a chance this evening, I'll have a play with it and see what I can do, and then I'll show you tomorrow when I come on at 10:30. Now, like I said, I can do tomorrow at 10:30. Let me come back up to the top. There we go. I can do tomorrow at 10:30 because I don't work tomorrow. My new roster is that I work Wednesday of every week. So Wednesdays will be the one day that I won't be able to do a live video unless I'm feeling really energetic or something and I come home from work and decide I can fit one in. But it'll be a one-off if I do. I'm not going to make any promises to do them on a Wednesday. So they will be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, unless I have other things going on, which of course I'd let you know about in advance. All right, that's me for now. I hope you got the general idea of it. And you know what? I've just had another thought while I've been talking about this. Is we can. Oh yeah, okay. I'm going to have a play with this when I'm finished, because I've just had another idea about doing some extras and cutting them out and having them standing. So bear with me on it. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. If any of you come up with some ideas with this card, I'd really love to see what you come up with. So that would be great. And I will see you all tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching. And I am now going to go play because I know that I can do something else with that card. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.